back. Yes, welcome back, and yeah, Happy New Year to all of you.
Yes, Happy New Year, guys.
It's 2016, and here's the video apparently I'm doing for the New Year videos. Another movie vlog, because me and D. Tyson recently saw another movie that got delayed a few times, but
We've
saw,
finally done it. Yes.
yes, it's the movie we were I suggested that we see, because at the time I suggested it for Christmas, is Batman and Robin in this 4-movie pack I got for good value, $9.99.
Yeah.
And so we finished seeing it, but I think a little bit of a backstory to it. I did technically see this as a kid, but only like the end part of it. But I don't remember it that well. It was back in the day when stores had it showing on like the display, and I just, as a kid, you just stood there and watched it. And apparently, you saw every other movie on this DVD. Not this DVD, but the movies there, except Batman and Robin.
True. I've only seen the music video. Smashing Pumpkins did a music video for the movie, which was playing during the credits. That was the song we were hearing.
Oh yeah. I think it's on this DVD too, but we just skimmed past it.
Yeah, there were some extra footage as well, but we didn't check it out. But
yeah, time is kind of critical here.
But yeah, I mean, definitely. I was saying, if you're watching this as a kid, I think you would probably appreciate the amount of visuals that's going on. A lot of colorful imagery. I guess Joel Schumacher is really into that kind of stuff.
It's very cartoony.
Yeah, cartoony,
and
psychedelic.
A lot of people and reviewers are like, "This is a terrible movie. This is a blah 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 movie." So after me and you saw it or heard it and now have seen it in its entirety, I can't blame them. This is really kind of cheesy.
Yeah. Let's see where the cheesiness begins, guys. So when you're chilling out and you're watching this movie, you'll notice that the Batman and Robin have a surfboard, right?
Okay, so this movie... Now, I haven't seen any of the previous Batman movies, but we'll probably watch it later on, not now.
Yeah.
Though. But, so this movie is... The villains of this movie, we'll say, because in the previous one it was like Catwoman, Penguin, and Batman Begins.
Yeah.
With the Joker.
Well, Batman Forever was Riddler and Two-Face. Yeah. Riddler and Two-Face.
So the villains of this is Mr. Freeze, played by your favorite
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes.
It's so surreal to see him in this movie, actually. Yet it still kind of worked out.
Especially in those scenes where he's not Mr. He's like in human type look instead of the icy.
Oh, his scientist, when he was Victor.
Like where they show those, I guess, video archive footage that he has with his wife, who he's trying to save.
It looked like something from Junior.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is what happened with Junior. And what was it? And the other villain is Poison Ivy, who I forgot who the actor
Uma
played.
Thurman played.
That was her?
Yeah, Poison Ivy.
Oh, I thought...
Which is strange, because I think she was in Pulp Fiction before this movie came out, so maybe that's why Joel Schumacher had interest in her, I'm not sure, as this seductress, this twisted, psychotic...
environmentalist?
Evil woman, I guess. Adam and Eve.
So... Alicia Silverstone was Batgirl? I guess it would make sense.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. I don't know if Joel Schumacher was trying to trying to say that maybe he was clueless as to who to hire as Batwoman, so he cast...
Batgirl.
Yeah, or Batgirl, sorry. So he cast the star of Clueless, Alicia Silverstone, to play Batgirl.
Oh, by the way, Joe Schumacher directed the previous movie, too.
Yeah, he did Batman Forever.
How was that one?
Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil it because we still,
what you thought of it? Like,
it's cartoony. It's also the same kind of spirit. What's up?
Oh, you were. I think my.
Oh, me?
All right. Yes.
It's very cool. Thanks, man. Yeah. All right, so what was I saying again?
Joe Schumacher.
Yeah, the last movie, it had the same kind of spirit a little bit, but maybe less
goofy,
less innuendos, as you pointed out while we were watching it. A lot of
there's a lot of innuendos that definitely would fly over the kids. I'm just watching this. I was like, wow, that's a lot of innuendos there.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, the cast having George Clooney as Batman, I don't know. I had a hard time taking him seriously.
He looked like James Bond to me, like the Sean Connery James Bond. I'm just like...
I think they hired him based on his looks, or they cast him, sorry, as Batman. And I don't know, it just didn't seem like he fit as Bruce Wayne.
Who was the other one?
He just seemed like kind of smug. Maybe.
Michael
Like,
Keaton.
yeah. Even
I think you preferred Michael Keaton more.
even Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne didn't really do a good job. He was showing that he had like more issues to deal with. So, I mean, this one seemed like he wasn't taking things seriously.
He was very relaxed
Laid
about it.
back, yeah.
Like this movie is a joke, so it's like, oh, I'm Batman and stuff. And there are a lot of terrible puns.
At one point, they actually do a zoom in of what they call a goth card, like a master card, but it's a goth card, and then it says Batman will
best through
forever. So like it's an unlimited credit card of some kind.
I don't know how you get.
And it says never leave the home without it.
Never leave the cave without it.
Cave without it.
That people like were like, oh, what the hell? What?
Yeah, that wasn't necessary.
Okay, like I've seen reviews and other people complaining about them, but I'm always like, oh, it wasn't that bad. But until you actually see it in person, it's bad. Like watching like people reviewing it just didn't do it. For instance, one scene, Robin was flying down from space. If you know what was going on, he's like cowabunga, and I'm just like,
was that on the surfboard? I think, right?
Yeah. I was
said
like
cowabunga. I was like, wow.
That's Ninja Turtles territory.
Yeah,
if they did it, it'd be like, that's what happens. But it's like
Robin actually.
oh, and then the startup where they were getting in gear, that took way too long.
Yeah.
It's just like wearing everything bat nipples. What was the point of that?
The bat butt. Yeah.
Bat ass. Batman.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the movie itself was too long, wasn't it?
I
like
felt
2
it. Like at
hours.
one point, I was like, "This is a really
Yeah.
long movie. It's 2 hours long.
2 hours long.
2 hours and 4 minutes long."
Yeah. A little bit too long, possibly, but.
I don't even know where all the. Because there were like a bunch of scenes, like the part where Barbara, who's not the daughter of Commissioner Gordon, which is
She's the. Was it
niece of
Alfred, right?
which is well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
But so there was this one scene where she was out racing to get money, and like that scene took forever. And I'm like, actually, you were like,
the
what's
motorcycle.
the significance of this scene?
We were trying to determine if it was like maybe like a plug-in for some motorcycle company, maybe that funded the movie. I don't know. It's possible.
I mean, it kind of made me think of Running Man for some. I haven't seen Running Man, but for some reason
it does have
made
a
me
biker
think
scene. Yeah, it does.
It made me think of like the racing segment
Yeah.
of that. But let's see.
Well, what would you say would you say this film is the bane of Batman's existence? Because he was in this film.
Oh, yeah,
but,
Bane is also in
what
here.
happened? What did they do to him? He was like
They made him
the Hulk, right?
They made him retarded. Because if you know Bane,
Yeah.
and I'm not claiming I know all the Batman's lore and stuff, but Bane, he's supposed to be a smart guy. He's not just like, "Roar, I am Bane." Yeah, he was pretty much the Hulk.
He didn't even say like his name. All he would say, he'd repeat the last word of every sentence, wouldn't he?
Yeah, like an idiot.
Yeah, that's all he would say. I mean.
So Bane was in here, and if you see any other reviewers like reviewing it, they don't show Bane that much. But basically, Bane follows around as Poison Ivy's henchman and doing stuff where the muscles are required.
Like wearing those gorilla suits, remember? They came out of
She was dancing. Poison Ivy was dancing in one of them,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, what if that's Bane? Fortunately, it wasn't him dancing like that. But then later on, you see the other gorilla, and it's Bane, and I'm just like, thank goodness we didn't see that.
What we'll say about Bane, to summarize, is he's there in body, but he's definitely not there in mind or spirit. Yeah.
Well, definitely in mind, because he's pretty dumb.
Yeah, he's pretty dumb. Yeah. And he doesn't even break Batman's back in this film. That would have been a cool twist, I guess.
They did that in
comic,
Christopher Nolan's movie with Tom Hardy.
Because in the comic book, that's what happens.
I have the movie, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were a lot of incredibly bad puns, and just like, I want a car. What? I want my own car. This is where Superman works alone.
At the beginning, right?
Yeah. There were just puns everywhere, and just
Arnold had his puns. I mean, they were okay.
ice puns.
Gerald, what killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice
Age. Actually, he changed his. We were commenting that he changed his voice a little bit for this film.
You can still tell it's him, but
a little more sinister. I guess.
It's more sinister. Like I think they did something with his voice, or maybe he really did say like, "Be more menacing."
Yeah, I think he might have tried.
Because I think it is very possible for him to do that.
But would you say he was a believable character? I mean, because in the comics he does not look as massive
bulky
or Power Ranger like, as you said. Like,
he looks like Ivan Ooze from the Power Ranger movie, which I do have. But yeah, he looks very power. I never thought about that. He looked very Power Ranger with the suit of armor and all that.
Or even like Goldar, right when the wings came out.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, who do you think had the breakthrough performance in this film? I mean, did any of them characters save it at all, or not really? Eh?
I can't really say anything. Like, not even for Arnold, which I think he did an okay, Mr. Freeze, like in its unique style. Oh, speaking of style, yeah, the movie just like had several. It's very colorful, like
Yeah.
in a rave party. Like at one point when they were at the Turkish bath or something, it was like it looked like my TV broke because everyone was in neon glow, and I was just like, ugh. That's not even talking about the special effect when Mr. Freeze shoots the ice. It's like blinding. I'm just like,
Yeah, it was pretty bright. Definitely.
you had your
bright.
shades
I had
on,
my shades on. So bright. It wasn't just to look cool. It was too much lighting. Bright.
and you
bright
weren't
lights.
you weren't intending to wear that. I don't think.
No, I wasn't. But I mean, Uma Thurman, she did okay, I guess. But
She was
right, I guess
in
so.
certain scenes. She was kind of hot, like seductive.
Yeah,
like,
she was
hot.
the seductress. Yeah,
But she still
Eve.
did look ridiculous
Yeah.
in the Poison Ivy
Yeah, for
costume.
sure. Even with like, those look like kitchen gloves with like green and like
So the opposite, red
nails on
nail
them. Yeah,
polish or
yeah.
something. Opposite of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The thing is, it looked like she got eaten by a plant at one point. What
the
happened with
Venus
that?
flytrap. I think she got trapped because later on you see her in prison.
Yeah,
again.
yeah, that makes
I
sense.
don't know how that works. It's like she controls plants, doesn't she? So why would that
Yeah.
happen? That's so flawed.
That is flawed. Huh?
Let's see. And the music was pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, not much. Yeah,
Like
not much
nothing
of a-
that sticks out. It's just like
Not much of a score at all.
like sometimes I just expected like the dun 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 like when like they were running at the
Yeah.
end towards the camera.
I think the reason why is Danny Elfman, who worked on the first two Batman film scores, is not involved in this film. Same with Batman Forever, so that's why the music's a bit different. It's lacking the epic feel, yeah, for sure. That's why it made it seem more cartoonish. Although Batman the Animated Series did use Elfman's score for the intro, and I think during the show itself, yeah. So
Because it was a good theme.
Yeah, it
felt
was
very
good.
very Batman heroic. Like,
yeah, for sure.
let's see. Well, what would you say was a good thing in this movie that, like, was good on its own? I thought the ice effect worked out.
Yeah.
Except for a few occasional, if you look carefully, there's rubber ice that wobble, and it's like, that's not supposed to
Or
happen.
that scene that you pointed out where Robin, they rewind.
Oh, there's this scene where Robin was fighting with Poison Ivy, and he gets thrown underwater, and I
Yeah.
don't know, I guess vines were holding it.
Yeah.
And when he gets up, it's like, he gets up, and
Yeah.
and then, like, seconds later, they reverse the footage to where it goes down.
I was
and
like that. I was like, wow.
I was like,
Why did they?
I don't know. They couldn't film him like going like.
I guess it was too hard.
I don't know, but if you watch it, it's just like
Yeah,
it's
sure.
so. Did you notice it first time until I pointed it out?
No, until you pointed out, I didn't really pay attention to what was going on.
I guess you were just kind of droning out like,
Yeah,
oh, okay,
yeah.
villain fight scene
Yeah.
and so forth.
Yeah, I guess visually it definitely was cool, but
It felt consistent
Yeah.
to a degree, but it was also just really not hard on the eyes. But I was just getting really tired of looking at it. I was just like,
yeah.
just gave that look that.
Well, I guess in the end, I guess Mr. Freeze are trying to make him like a sympathetic figure, where like
He just wanted to save his wife.
his wife.
And, that's okay. It's just that he needed funding and he had to steal. And, it's the way he went about it wasn't good, but he had good intentions, like Batman said.
And then Batman is able to talk to him and
Emotionally, because, there was a conflict with Batman where he's all about work, job, and
Yeah.
just, like, no emotion to it. And then he just kind of softened up, which kind of made him look like a pussy. Like, he's like, speak to me, Robin, and all that stuff. Because, Robin, played by Chris O'Donnell, is really whiny in this movie.
Well, he was in the last film as well, and I mean, I guess he's similar. Yeah, he's like, he wants Batman to accept him and trust in him and stuff. But
Death wouldn't have it because he's young and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
just all that stuff. Oh,
I'm trying to think what else we could point out here.
okay. What about the? Well, there's obviously a lot of bad stuff that we pointed out. but what? Any not so good moment that stuck out?
Not so good moments.
There were quite a few, but they unfortunately were thankfully not exceedingly bad. Minus a couple like bad credit card.
I thought the scene with I forget the doctor's name, the one who's like a lunatic. But yeah.
Willman or something. I know it started with
Yeah.
W or something. I know who you're talking about. The
That-
one that looks like Adam Savage from MythBusters. That's what he looked like to me. I was like,
Yeah.
Adam Savage.
Well, I mean, that scene was kind of. I don't think it was really necessary, but
It was just to have him push Numa Thurma's character into a vat of tox.
like he raced the killer off. Yeah.
Kill her off and then turn her into Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
But basically, that doctor, the psycho doctor, was the one that responsible for creating Bane.
Yeah.
Because he was using the research that Numa Thurma's character, I forget what his name, like Phil something.
So, yeah.
Something like Poison Ivy's character to make a steroid for apparently the war between the Afghan and America. Because you saw the military
Yeah,
soldier and then you saw the Afghan people.
Yeah.
No offense.
They're trying to battle for this super
Serum. Super soldier serum.
Venom, they call it. Yeah, which is funny name, I guess, because that's a Marvel villain. But yeah.
For Captain America.
Actually, wait. Well, Venom.
Super soldier serum.
Yeah, I forget what. Yeah, Captain America, true.
Yeah, and in the Batman universe, it's just called Venom.
Yeah.
Bane.
Well, I'm trying to think of any other scenes that stood out, but
I can think of a bunch, but it's just like they're really minor stuff that doesn't bring up like a good conversation.
I guess we didn't talk about the skates, right? Batman and Robin have skates that come out of their boots.
That was like awfully convenient. And
Yeah.
it's like that scene was just goofy. Where
was
they
like
were
a
playing ice hockey
yeah.
against, and I was like, you think the ones losing are the Leafs? Canadian.
Yeah. I wonder if that was like somehow a tie-in by the NHL to appeal to the American audience, like that include some hockey in a Batman movie.
That looked
It
like the
could've-
Predator and
maybe.
Casey Jones.
Yeah, maybe.
And there was what about that scene where Arnold was trying to orchestra them to like
sing
sing in this cartoon?
What was it again, Mr.
Mr.
Frosty
Christmas-
or
Frosty Christmas.
Yeah, something
I don't know.
like-
It.
yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck?
that was pretty messed up. But yeah,
Another thing that was, what about the part where Barbara like just found the password to Alfred's secret disk when Alfred was like, "Do not open this disk."
yeah, she was very stubborn and
I was like, Alfred, why did you put a video game password? That was so dumb.
Peg. Well, I don't know. Have we covered all grounds?
Oh, another good scene was when Freeze was
Yeah.
was with his wife in the tube. Like that was a very good scene. I gotta say, to show.
Oh, like where it shows like
The
his
motion.
tender side. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like that was a good. That
Yeah.
was a nice scene. Most people would agree. Oh, I guess another failed point is the subtitles.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the time, the subtitle on this DVD just didn't match, and at points I'm just
Didn't
like,
match the words.
what? I was just like, what? That's probably not. That's not the movie's fault. And I'm more referring to the DVD.
Maybe they were Sub-Zero titles.
You saw that. Well, you set it up, so yeah.
There was all a bunch of other stuff I set up, and it's also very quite cliche because I
Yeah.
called a bunch of the lines
Yeah, you
too.
did.
Like, except for the Adam and Eve one. Well, I technically did,
But
it
you
was
said
more like
evil, yeah.
Adam and Evil.
Yeah.
But overall, what did you think of the movie? Would you watch it again? Would you recommend it?
I
Would
wouldn't.
you even suggest it?
I mean, if you're a Batman fan, it's not gonna like destroy your whole.
Actually, it did destroy it for some
Really?
people.
For
Yeah,
some
some
people?
people were just like, "This is the stupidest fucking movie."
I mean, if you
ever."
take it really seriously, maybe, but like at the end of the day, it was meant to be like a comic book, over the top film. So I didn't really take it seriously coming in to watching it today. So if you don't take it seriously, I think you'll get some, maybe a little bit of entertainment, not too much, but it's not definitely not the worst movie that I've ever seen. So
But
definitely a Super Mario Brothers would stomp over this one. So
So if you
Yeah.
were to pick between Super Mario Brothers and this and
I'd
Batman and Robin,
I'd probably watch this again. Yeah. Yeah. You?
Okay, well,
You actually watch Mario? Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a Batman. Well, I am a Batman fan, but not like
Yeah.
a hardcore fan. Would I recommend this movie? It's not the worst movie out there, but this movie does get lost sometimes.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a long movie and it does get lost, and I really would not like to watch this again. But if it was like, do you want to watch Super Mario Bros. Or this movie? I think I'd take this movie. I think I'd take this movie over that, because this didn't hurt. This was just
Yeah.
at points just boring or just like insulting the Batman, but not in the sense I took it that seriously. It's like, oh well, this is the cartoony version of Batman, and it's just not for me. Ish.
If anything, if you really feel like the movie's getting to you, I'd say maybe put it in a freezer for a little bit, and then let it thaw for 11 minutes, and then go back to watching it. Maybe
Cool off for 11
Cool
minutes.
off.
Because they kept pointing that in the movie, like, let it thaw for 11 minutes or something, right?
Or we gotta thaw them in only 11 minutes,
Yeah, 11
or else
minutes.
or else
Yeah.
they die. Except for the two scientists that freeze froze early. I'm like,
Yeah.
isn't 11 minutes past or something like that?
I don't know. I guess time was frozen or something.
Oh, that was terrible. God. Oh, and then that reminds me. You know when Barbara or Batgirl had the mask
Yeah.
on and the ear thing? I was like,
That's-
that's Batgirl. But then she just takes it off, and like reveals the hair. I'm
I
like,
don't know. And then she was more like Robin, right? Almost like, or Robina instead of Batgirl. Right? It's true, right?
something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, would I recommend watching this movie?
No.
Not by yourself. And it's hard to recommend it for like a group watch too. Although I would suggest watching it as a group, because then you probably wouldn't be like annoying. It feels like a TV special movie to me.
Yeah.
Actually,
I can see that.
but not the worst movie ever. I wouldn't really recommend you watch it, but if you haven't seen it, I can't even say check it out, but watch it on like a movie night with people. You'll probably enjoy it a lot better than if you were watching by yourself. Because if I watched this by myself, I think I'd just shut it off halfway. Because at points it just got really boring with all the talking and stuff, and just wasn't very. It wasn't too Batman. It wasn't too Batman-like at certain moments.
It lacked-
Once again, like with the race, I'm just like, well, what did that have to do with anything?
It definitely lacked the darkness of the Batman films series. It was more like there was like subtle darkness, like when she Poison Ivy, pulled the plug on the wife, stuff like that. But I mean, it wasn't as dark as previous films for sure.
This is probably the weakest Batman movie out of the
Yeah.
quadrilogy,
For
I guess
sure.
you'd say.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's not the worst, as we said. It's not the worst movie. So all you critics out there saying this is one of the worst movies, chill out. It's not.
Oh yeah, Arnold did.
Chill out, dickwad.
Damn it! I was gonna say
gonna
that. I was like, if Arnold said "chill out," dickwad.
Yeah, you should have said that. Yeah, that'd have been cool. But
Funny, but I don't
Yeah.
expect it to be in this movie. But
right. Well,
We'll be back with another Batman movie.
yep.
Mr.
Oh.
Freeze will not.
Well,
but I don't know which one we'll watch. I guess we'll watch them in reverse order. Maybe Batman Forever will
I
be
suppose we go back to the
Yeah.
beginning, traveling through time
next. Yeah, we're starting with Batman and Robin and working,
to forgive forever.
and then Batman Returns, and then Batman.
There was no video game based off Batman and Robin, was there?
There
there was
wa-
one for
There
Return.
was.
Oh.
PlayStation, yes. We had it at the ANC Games, but not anymore. No, somebody bought it.
Oh wow! Was Mr. Freeze in there?
Yes.
Oh god damn it! Just had to do that because there was Batman Begins, the game, Batman
Forever.
and Batman and what the fuck?
Batman
was it?
Returns.
Oh yeah, Batman Returns on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, and Nintendo. Yeah.
And the Forever one sucks, of course.
You know what?
game.
I don't know. For some reason, I kind of like the. I don't know why, but
The guilty pleasure.
maybe.
I'd have to say guilty pleasure because if you legitimately like the game, I would have a real hard time
I like
believing
I
it.
like the move set just because of being a Mortal Kombat fan, I guess. But
I suppose, but
gameplay wise, yeah, it's pretty stupid. You have to like figure out your way out of like certain mazes and
in
stuff.
certain move combination.
Yeah.
But we'll save that for the other time.
Yes.
So to end this off, chill out.
Dickwad.
I thought you were gonna say it.
We're back. Yes, welcome back. And Yeah, Happy New Year to all of you.
Yes, Happy New Year, guys.
It's 2016, and here's the video apparently I'm doing for the New Year videos. Another movie vlog, because me and D. Tyson recently saw another movie that got delayed a few times, but we
We've
saw.
Finally done it. Yes.
Yes, it's the movie we were I suggested that we see, because at the time I suggested it for Christmas, is Batman and Robin in this 4-movie pack I got for good value, $9.99.
yeah,
And so we finished seeing it, but was Victor
like where they show those I guess video archive footage that he has with his wife, who he's trying to save.
It looked like something from Junior.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this is what happened with Junior. And what was it? And the other villain is Poison Ivy, who I forgot who the actor
Uma
was.
Thurman played.
That was her?
Yeah, Poison Ivy.
Oh, I thought...
Which is strange because I think she was in Pulp Fiction before this movie came out, so maybe that's why Joel Schumacher had interest in her. I'm not sure, as this seductress, this twisted, psychotic,
environmentalist.
evil woman, I guess. Adam and Eve.
So, Alyssa Silverstone was Batgirl? I guess it would make sense.
yeah, but
Yeah, time is kind of critical here.
But yeah, I mean, definitely. I was saying, if you're watching this as a kid, I think you would probably appreciate the amount of visuals that's going on. A lot of colorful imagery. I guess Joel Schumacher is really into
It's
that kind of
very
stuff.
cartoony.
Yeah, cartoony,
and like,
psychedelic even.
a lot of people and reviewers are like, "This is a terrible movie. This is a blah 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 movie." So after me and you
Heard
saw
all
it
that stuff, yeah.
or heard it and now have seen it in its entirety, I can't blame them. This is really kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Let's see where the cheesiness begins, guys. So when you're chilling out and you're watching this movie, you'll notice that Batman and Robin have a surfboard, right?
Okay, so this movie. Now I haven't seen any of the previous Batman movies, but we'll probably watch it later on. Not now.
Yeah.
Though. But so this movie is the villains of this movie, we'll say, because in the previous one it was like Catwoman, Penguin, and Batman Begins.
Yeah.
With the Joker.
Well, Batman Forever was Riddler and
Riddler.
Two-Face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Riddler and Two-Face.
So the villains of this
Yeah.
is Mr. Freeze, played by your favorite.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes.
It's so surreal to see him in this movie, actually. Yet it still kind of worked out. Cause
Especially in those scenes where he's not Mr. he's like in human type look instead of the the icy.
oh, his scientist,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when he, I think a little bit of a backstory to it. I did technically see this as a kid, but only like the end part of it. But I don't remember it that well. It was back in the day when stores had it showing on like the display, and I just, as a
You
kid,
watched
you
it
just
a little
stood there and watched it. And apparently, you saw every other movie on this DVD.
Except-
Not this DVD, but the
Yeah.
movies there, except Batman and
That's
Robin.
true.
I've only
Seen the music video. Smashing Pumpkins did a music video for the movie, which was playing during the credits. That was the song we were hearing.
Oh yeah. I think
that's-
it's on this DVD too, but we just like
Yeah.
skimmed past it.
Yeah, there were some extra footage as well, but we didn't check it out.